at least a little bit more information outside A long, but towards the back of B site. Took a while to get there. Nongshim poking just somewhat, but then to hover around the edge of this dark cover. A bit of a trade going through.
Cheeky, not gonna lie, but the trades do favor Talon at the moment. Looking for some more, and that'll bring a bit of stability, won't it, Quack?
Kind of a collateral as well. It does bring things down to a 1-on.
However yet, so it really just does come down to a little bit of luck for Ivy. And what corners he kind of just wants to disregard here.
Needs to bunch up together. Ivy going in for peaks. Oh, what? He goes in for the crouching cover.
Yep, you gotta be careful if you're gonna run in towards two duelists in a little bit of a crossfire and you only have the Marshal. But if you do it just like that, this is a good idea from them though, but patience from Nongshim.
Okay, not spotted right now either. You do have a Cypher, Jit Boys up towards C long.
Well, you did. Now it's all down to the timing when you're gonna hear the rotations eventually,
yes.
and Margaret's kind of just lurking up.
Past tense, Margaret lurking back, might be able to flank Talon as well. It is a pistol after all, but currently, just positionally, Nongshim able to run circles around Talon. Slight collat does tag up Cruz. Possibly looking for the repeat as well. Wow, he knows that Cruz is looking for the hop back up into him. So reloads, gets away with 3 kills.
And just at the end of this one as well here, Quack, this is looking like a bit of a different start compared to the Team Secret game that we did have for Talon, right? Team Secret did pick up that pistol, and then they answered back with the second round force up and managed to find it. So for this time, at least in the beginning stages, right, it was the changing of sides and Talon was on attack, but they're not going to be able to answer back with a bit of a cheeky round here. It's going to be 4 all alive at the end for Nongshim, which means this is what they will be carrying into the bonus round.
And right now, just playing it safe around C, does have the stealth drone, and with it being shot down by Primi, he has some information to work off of. At the same time, though, the rest was Nongshim pushing in towards this B site, but it's just a bit of a ruse. We're going B in towards C. Pi now has to hold, but he's not quite able to do that. Primi just stuck and trapped inside this little cubby position while Jit Boys tries to creep up around from the back. Primi able to gun down the first, and he's happy to take some duels, but Nongshim knows better than that to give him the 1v1s. They are looking for that 2v1. Now Jit Boys has to create a little bit more space, not quite able to do that. It's Nongshim picking up pistols, Talon going for the stack.
Yeah, and they're going to see no one's home as well, and eventually that trap wire is going to be destroyed, and you've already got 2 people. Maybe you can make it 3 as well. Watching for the flank doesn't really matter. Margaret's just going to delete them with the Outlaw.
Just Jit Boys left, low HP, kind of know where he is.
Now you
actually looking to build up towards these ult points. Nongshim staying ahead of the game, but all right, clear trade.
Maybe they expect them to be playing in their scrims.
That's right, explode back into the side. Salvo's already away. You've got fast lane as well. Cruz instantly recognizes this and tries to play into a more defensive position. But here comes that kill contract as well. Primi trying to create a little bit more of an advantage for his team, but falls to Danby.
Yep, and remember, Margaret is on the lurk up the guts of mid right now.
Still lurking. Meanwhile, the remaining Talon players trying to regroup. Thought about maybe using the position around Garage, but you, of course, still have Killua on this op.
Yeah, but Margaret is keeping Killua in check.
Yeah, that's why Killua's kind of backing off as well. Feeling like the call to a save, so Talon trying to head back into a safer position, but not expecting Ivy to be around grass. Good little trade from Thigh. Now, where has Margaret slipped to? Wondering about it. You hear some footsteps as well, but knowing to stay disciplined so as to not peek.
Oh,
spots the third as well. Well, the quad as Francis falls. Still, nonetheless, a good little round for Nongshim, but an ace picked up. And off the timeout, now Nongshim all of a sudden, trying to go back with the stack in towards A. Op being pulled out by Killua.
He's on the line, but you do already have a bit of a cross from Persia rather, and it'll be first casualty.
Yeah, first elimination does gate crash away into safety as well. And then you've got the duo of Primi and Cruz to both block down Sewer.
Difference this time for Nongshim. The 5 versus 3. Do you send in Killua with the dimensional drift? You do. Cruz has been gifted at the operator in this one. So
Margaret, though.
Yeah, let's see if he can get a lurk or if TALON can get this retake.
Looked around at the wrong time. It's going to be Shitboys who takes him down first. And here comes the Yoru utility. Francis, though, able to withstand it somewhat until Primi comes in with a triple of his own. And that's going to be the first round picked up after 5 by TALON.
Nicely done. Nicely done from them. They do not falter when the first kill and the second kill is found. There's a couple. No, now this is a bit of a problem for Nongshim because Killua is getting on a very powerful operator line.
Able to get Crash away as well. Finds the first pick, and with the slide anticipated coming through. Additional support from
time. In a situation like this, they don't necessarily need to take any risks and go deeper, though as I say that, Cruz starts to do so, finds the right kill. Does have Primi behind him, don't forget.
And that's extra confidence as well for the captain of TALON. Unfortunately falls by Persia's hands. But thankfully you have teammates enough around the site as well. So
yeah.
15 seconds left now for Nongshim. Continuing to push past. You got Primi inside of the smoke. He hears the tap, looking for his opportunity. Springs! The trade found by Francis. Of course, the round already picked up by TALON, but can they get more kills? Thai will deliver.
Able to
Get away.
Oh, here we go.
With the kill contract. Primi missed his mark the first time. Will he deliver this time?
Oh, sharp shot.
Instant flick.
Good luck there.
Still though, Margaret instantly deletes Cruz. No more Hunter's Fury available.
But there is an Armageddon and salvos for Francis. You have to remove these.
So needing to push further up in towards C long. Primi thinks to send out the Convergent Shield just to provide his teammates with additional cover. Ult's baited out, tapped onto the spike. Looking to re-tap, and that's when Francis spams away with the Guardian. Killua comes for the trades. More trades going through, but Margaret collects on all of these heads, and Nongshim will
creep up. There was a camera, though, down in sewers, and Primi is at the top of it.
Yeah, because it's a dark cover, you can possibly anticipate more than one player.
Ooh.
And Cruz will send in the Hunter's Fury to check. Does get away with 1 kill. Killua with an op shot as well. The spike has been dropped around sewer, where Persia does find a bit of a trade. Killua trades right back.
Yep.
Just Francis left. Up behind as well. So he goes in for the tap now. It's going to be met with the paranoia and shock darts. Both of them.
And a drone.
Drone spotted out. Tries to go in for a cheeky peek down in towards Link, but shot down by Cruz.
If it's mid, you know, you're not necessarily going to want to all run out in towards what now is the operator holding the line for Killua.
Oh, all right. Slight whiff though, but still, given the fact that it is Nongshim on a bit of a half buy with the Sheriffs in play, they are being blocked off very quickly with the utility from TALON. Second shot through, and that finds the spot. But the dimensional drift definitely forces them to disperse so darn much. Flashes and fake outs as well. Cruz with the op does find one, and then the entire squad marches into sight, taking dames and just kicking everyone's butt. And that's going to be TALON, slowly but surely climbing their way back up to a 6.
If there was a world in which there was a gun available.
Tracked. Needs to find the right spot for it though. Currently just Jit Boys to find some information with a peek out of heaven. And here comes that kill contract.
Oh, lost it.
With the burst as well. It's Persia who takes him down instead, and here comes Danby with the overdrive. Continuing to laser his way through, preventing TALON from jumping down. Cruz can't find any space. The rest of the team trying to break their way through a link, but simple peeks out from Danby. Cruz now continuing to jiggle, but the burst again from Margaret. And with that, Nongshim looking to pull off an A-split push in towards the site. TALON reading a lot of the utility, have rotated on over, but can they hold is the question. Cruz currently able to spray them down. Now coming in with Jit Boys and Killua. They fend them off with a... Trying to launch their own assault. Slow creep up C.
Yeah, dart or drone needs to be pretty timed here for Cruz, but it's going to be the dart potentially. There's great paranoia. Look at that. That essentially stops the dry contact up, stop the spike from going down, and that's what it does. 15 seconds, it'll be okay for Cruz to get the plant, and we'll go into a 5. Whoa, hang on a second. Maybe not. They could flood now. They're all here.
Thinking about where Cruz might have repositioned to, and now drops in towards Hell. Additional support coming out from Danby, though. Francis able to fire back. He finds a triple in this pistol. That's 2 pistol rounds where Nongshim have found in multi-kills.
That is a sensational kill that Francis has actually managed.
As well for close range. Well, he's the fake out going right past Danby, trying to get a good read for it. The flash does come out though, and Danby not quite able to receive as well. Killua in for the second kill. Cruz coming out with its own as well, but then the sprays just putting TALON into it. We just witnessed it, but we'll see. Possibly coach camps coming through as well, trying to dive their way into sight. But this is Garage. It's all small and concise, all packed in, where the Stingers will be able to find their mark. Still, though, Francis reading those exits out of Garage. He's able to spray them down.
You're going to have a quick flank from Persia here, and I don't think that they're going to expect it to be this rapid.
Yeah, so Talon needing to kind of stay aware of what could be coming through. Now thinking to push further in, but yes, the drone out from Ivy instantly spots him out. Francis happy to receive and holds down the line. Ivy peeks out, finds the double, and the round to 10 for Nongshim.
Yeah, nice drone to be able to kind of, you know, you're going for the information on the back of it, but it incentivizes Talon to try and push you and get you when you've got that drone in play.
Pretty much being hammered in and through. Cam instantly spotting out, so some of Talon's intentions already being told. Killua, though, just sending it into Garage, instantly spammed through.
Now that has faded away, and Nongshim fall back from the site. They've still got this trap wire here. Persia is on the site, a smoke to refresh in a couple of seconds, but he kind of is isolated. Now that Margaret's here, though, they can fight.
Trying to refill that space where the drone kind of left off, but still the trade protocols coming back through into it. Nongshim happy to receive, especially up around the limit.
Get him for Francis, and on a map like Haven, that could be really impactful at A.
Give them that space, do your due diligence in working across the map. Where could some of the possible lurks be? Now they've spotted out Cruz. Simple trade being found, 4-on-4. Killua, though.
Yeah, you almost need to feel like you have to use the Armageddon here to help your team get into the site.
You've got a lot of space if you were Talon. Make sure to hold on to that space and try to prevent Nongshim from pushing through. Armageddon being sent in by Francis just to cause some havoc on the site. Dabby sliding in with the overdrive, and he's gonna be able to delete every player. A triple found in the round, especially with more support from his teammates. Nongshim reaching map point.
And that feels like a really quick decision has been made for him, so now he's got the info.
Especially with the conversion wall being sent out as well. Currently not seeing too much though, but Persia will continue to peek around the A site, spots out one, and here comes Primi with another kill contract, needing to hit the spot.
Okay.
Will be able to find his ground. Retaps onto the shield.
Ivy Hunt is Fury though.
Trying to set himself up for it. Team in position, 4-on-4 for Talon. Trying to get themselves away from the spike, possibly play post plant around C long, and that's when the hardest rear comes out. So trying to call that the site is somewhat clear, does find Killua as well. So more trades found now. C long being smoked off. Primi and Chit Boys needing to find the correct spams, but Nongshim's got spams of their own. It's just Primi running out of bullets, does find a tap, but Dambi finds the map. Final score, 13-5. Not what I expected at all. Did you expect? With the utility coming out from Nongshim in towards the B side, that's that refract being used effectively. Meanwhile, Jit Boys continuing to lurk and find some taps through. Does take down Ivy's shield, but Ivy continuing to hold the angle, finds a double.
Oh, vulnerable going in as well. Remember the little update, but
and the relay bolts.
Yeah, but it's a 2 versus out, so they'd have to pivot all the way around towards the pillar side if the camera doesn't spot anything out.
If you're going to B, though, then you got to watch out for a link where Margaret is still lying in wait, finds the first tap. Instant dink as well. That is a lot of damage.
And now you play the 2 versus 1.
30 seconds left.
So in with the spike plant, you've got some utility. You could hang back, but need to play and time this carefully. Pinged as well, so a little bit more as he fans himself out, but not quite able to find the flick. Back towards the top. Unfortunately, it's going to be Margaret who Goomba stomps on him instead, and that's Nongshim picking up the pistol.
Yep, 3 out of 3 pistols here, so you see themselves. Nobody of Nongshim's going to go too far forward from the B side into pillars and give them a duel, so they're going to have to recognize the trap wire here.
This is something they do so well, isn't it? You've got these long-range weapons, and they're maintaining their range as well, sending some utility into the site. Still, though, Talon happy to stay grouped up together, but that's where Margaret will come in to spray and pray everyone down.
Forward space to stretch out in towards tree, and now give Francis a bit of work to do.
Yeah, a lot of information at the very least, trying to get himself out of danger, but still Primi quick on the draw. The rest of Nongshim, though, already up towards heaven. Primi, especially as the Waylay. Oh, he's dancing with danger right now. Able to get the third kill as well. What was that tap? Margaret and Persia left. will smoke off tree to try to re-aggress. They've already picked up and upgraded some weapons, but this is where TALON get to erase all the mistakes from the previous map. You've got the composition for this post-plant.
I mean, you've got salvos and aftershock. Should be unwinnable for Nongshim.
One enemy
Off the smoke, Thigh comes in for the peaks, and he will find the double to collect. Excited if you're TALON.
Yeah, they're going to look to go potentially quick here. You've got the ults going on in as well. You've still got that trap wire at the front of sight, so you do shut it down. Ivy, though.
Off with the kill contract will fall, and that's now TALON looking for other options. Mid-round calls into the C site all of a sudden. Margaret only here to receive. He does have Francis nearby though, and that's where they find a single frag. Takes down Cruz. If you're TALON now, feeling the pressure, how do you regroup? How do you recollect? They're still trying to break their way into this site, but it feels a little bit disjointed. Down to Thigh, trying to collect on some couple of frags, but they are down to so low HP.
Oh,
Jit Boys out towards Mound, and yet big reveal. 2-on-2 though.
They should know that it's Mound and backside too.
Still within lethal range. TALON could find a chance to strike, but Francis in for the sprays. Close, make their way past Francis.
This time maybe we'll see some boys back up TALON, back up Primi in the play for the rubble control as he refracts on out. Well, we can't really see the same Thigh.
Oh yeah, unfortunately will fall.
Yeah, he's left him. He's left his boy there, and now they've got no smokes.
You trade a player for some utility out from the other side. Is that worth it though?
No. Right now
Certainly
it's
not the intended play.
Because no one else from TALON got out to be able to help, right? It's the stalling of the utility. If you want to reclaim the space, I mean, the ultimate is certainly going to help you, but not if Persia just dodges everything here.
Oh my god, and that's where he sprays at the right time! Bit of a spray transfer as now Danby chimes in for the double to finish things off.
It's just the pistols though, remember? Unless you're investing a lot of this utility to try and push Nongshim back.
Trying to at least possibly get the spike down. The refract will help out the rest of the team though, and it allows for Cruz to find a couple of taps. Still though, within close range, Cruz continuing forward. Goes in for the right clicks, pulls out the stun, and that's Primi now finding some kills. Persia. Information is key. Just trying not to reveal too much. Repositions with a shrouded step though. That's completely well read by Primi.
So close to the pillars and you see the cage, you're not incentivized to expect it to be the full play.
Yeah, still now time ticking. Persia will be able to eliminate Thigh as he tries to launch an assault. We're back in towards the C site where Margaret is lying in wait. You still have those kill trips.
Oh, dodged.
Dodged fully by Primi. And that allows for Jit Boys now to relay back into the site. Rolling Thunder and everything else dumped in. Jit Boys, Primi finding frags for themselves, and just Danby off to the other end, not quite able to assault himself back in. Still though, will certainly give it a go, but Jit Boys shuts it down. Effectively use this waylay.
Some great
waylays for Nongshim to peek outside of C Mound. Up around this dark cover. Triple peeked into the slide. Persia finding... It's a bit of a 5-on-4 nonetheless, so we'll see if TALON's able to hold.
And remember, those salvos are going to come online. Killua with the aftershock as well if he wants to reposition to tree, but they opt to go forward first.
Okay, shield popped. Now pushing in. TALON then extends their range. Primi using the outlaw to his advantage. Killua as well to hold the angle. It's just the somewhat of weaker weaponry trying to push their way through. Francis in for the tap, but spotted out by Primi. Off to the back, Danby as well. Jit Boys making it key a little bit in towards C.
Oh, does Ivy want to use the kill contract? He won't, so he won't have a shield going into it. But remember, if he does get the kill, he'll have a shield come.
True. TALON looking to extend their reach.
Oh.
But now being hit by nicer utility undercut being sent through. Primi though, still able to land a nutty shot. But that's the kill contract now coming through. Primi off to the other end, still able to find another frag. Killua still though. Rubble control now for Nongshim. Margaret has been...
Well, look how deep they are in lobby though.
Holding this responsibility to hold down C with the push out all of a sudden now. Something that TALON hasn't quite Rubble, especially with that smoke in their faces.
But Persia is by himself and they're just going to contact out to him, so he has to hit these shots, Quack. First
and
one's
he
good.
will. It's a clear and concise. It's just a tap. 15 seconds, and then you're running it down into the C site. Margaret's still somewhere. What are you going to do?
Yeah, the camera too, don't forget.
Not entirely sure. That's the swing from Jit Boys, unfortunately into his own death. 5 seconds, Primi looking for the stick, and with that stick comes the kill from Margaret. Nongshim tying up the score.
Yep, didn't need to re-get on the camera to try and tag Primi up there. Just recognized that he has to go for the plant with the time there, and he can catch him when he tries to re-pull the primary weapon out. So an immediate answer back for Nongshim. And a wise idea for them to push the lobby as well, right? You're kind of catching Talon a little bit off guard.
Where else, and that refract is still in play. So positioned up towards C, he's trying to find Margaret. Meanwhile, the peek out from Nongshim outside of B, though, instantly punished. And then the mid-round to crunch down Francis's position. That's Francis gone, saturated into the C site. Margaret peeking out, unfortunately, to his own.
They're kind of consuming positions around the map.
A big long smoke to try to throw Talon off his scent as well, but now already spotted out. Flesh out of position, thigh. Okay, we'll jump on over. Primi holds the opposite angle, and that will hurt
Towards C that he's been time and time again.
And that's how Talon can kind of formulate a plan around this, right? Let's avoid the duelist, head in towards an opposite site, but Persia will be able to strike all of a sudden as well.
Oh, he's hungry.
To look for the trade. The duelist now continuing to push out. Hungry, thirsty, but that's where they get punished by Talon.
Yep, and
Talon,
they're just going to pivot towards this C site together as a team to play strength in numbers.
Absolutely. You got a little bit of a potential pinch from Francis, though, but he's only got the Guardian. Rolling Thunder now sent out by Cruz. Or not Cruz, but still, the entire site, everyone.
Does he expect Cruz to be on this slight little off angle? Good reposition.
Spotted. He swings for it as well. That does hurt for sure. Martin, that's going to be Nongshim able to get the spike down into A. How will they play it, though?
Look at Francis and Cruz.
As well as Danby continue to push further up front. Cruz, though, on a bit of a tear in this pistol. Danby feeling the pressure, needing to push on out. Will be able to find a double.
Is it enough for his team, though, to be able to close this quack?
2 on 3. Cruz is relatively low, and Ivy is, well,
in no man's land.
Somewhat sussed out. Have an idea of where he is, and he does have that double tap as well. Meanwhile, Persia just staying hidden, but with the wrong timing for it, Jit Boys will be able to strike him in the back. Cruz then to clean things up but still, right now with a bit of a slight half, you got Danby on the Bucky, and he's just non-stop assaulting himself forward, takes down Jit Boys. And that's already a bit of a frag. Spike down as well.
Only Danby would do that. And now they re-clear towards the halls as well, and they pull for a gun.
Outlaw whiffed, and Danby seizes the opportunity to slide further in. Triple found, thigh to shut him down. But reeling from the losses. Trades found by Francis now.
And they know Cruz is here.
Some damage. Spike going out around stairs. Nongshim fanning out.
Yep, Guardian for Primi needs to be the deal breaker here.
Play close, play safe, get some frags. But Margaret not allowing for Talon to do that.
Nah.
Waterfall, you're trying to re-aggress in with the Paranoia. It does work out for now. Primi in with a third. He continues to swing, but still, Nongshim's got their number.
As I said, and because they didn't show it in the previous round.
All back in towards that Rebel contest. Oh, and it's just Talon not slowing down. Pushing on through with the shield's been cracked. Killa in for the kills, and now somewhat of a loss at your disposal. Yes. Baited with from the shadows on Persia. So still trying to keep himself positioned around. Cage out from Jit Boys, and they're looking to push out of it. There it is. Margaret, though, off to the other end. Bit of a trade down to just kill collecting on those heads. And Talon up to 8, well 9.
Very close to being taken out as the only soldier back in Primi. Good saturate.
An attempt from the shadows from Thigh as well, so a little bit burnt.
All the stun.
Especially in with the utility. Danby trying to go further in, but Jit Boys will shut that down. Now here comes further utility. Rolling Thunder sent out, and Talon looks to swarm the site. Killua especially finding a lot of these sight lines. Now just down to Francis. We'll find one with that last bullet from the magazine, but Cruz cleans things up quickly for Talon to reach.
I want to, that's one of the things I am interested for with a comp like Talon's, right? Convergent Pass, Armageddon combos, you get destroyed.
100%. Well, for now, though, at least they're on opposite ends of the map, and it's just Danby sliding in.
But
quick traded.
And his team isn't able to...
I have to imagine that's kind of how you would want to masterfully make use of this, right? Buy some time away from some of the opponents. You can take Primi away, possibly. Still, though, that's going to be the Waylay ult somewhere, and at the same time, Thai now trying to hold them off.
Yeah, they need to get in towards the site, though, because it was a 4 versus 4, and they've got the site control, but they're looking a little bit deeper for it.
And it's time bot away. Numbers dwindling as well for Nongshim, so kill contract might be working against them right now if they use it in a bad spot, but still with the spike down, trying to reposition up around tree. Primi taking that duel out towards baby door. Nongshim beginning to run out of options. Ivy trying to jiggle, especially with the double tap shield. He's blinded as well. Sends out the undercut, just a delay. And unfortunately not quite able to hold down Tree any further. It's just Francis who has to turn towards the back, and Thai will find that frag off an elevated angle. Talon moving forward into an 11.
Nongshim are really trying to press a little bit.
Talon being able to play this sort of post-plant game. Primi and Cruz leading with the kill feed, but still, here comes Dambi once more. Team not quite there to follow up, though.
Oh, but we're going to get the kill contracts. Will he win it this time?
The one that he did take away is Thai, though, so now able to find that one right back into it. Just kill on the site. Primi up towards the top of heaven. Spots him with a crosshair placement, though. Saturate lands square at Ivy's feet. That's the triple found in the round. And just...
You're also not playing positions as Talon right now, where Margaret can really find a 1 versus 1. They all collected together. It's really nice, like, crossfire triangulation.
Where they cruise, as long as he stays alive, you've got that Armageddon in hand.
Yep, and now it's going to be towards this C site that Jit Boys is going to be dispatched of, so it's going to be the opening frag for Nongshim in the post-plants.
And Jit Boys tried to play sneaky beaky. Still, though, how do you refill back into the site? Where could these Nongshim players be? Certainly thinking about Mound. But Dambi hiding inside of the smoke, that's something that they might not quite anticipate. And Dambi will spring. Out for one against Primi. Now to hold the angle passively against Thai. Will be able to collect onto a second. Killer for the trade. And you also have Margaret for the flank. Off of timing as well. Does Talon read this? Not quite. Francis able to hold. Killa able to flick as well, but the round nonetheless well.
Oh, but
they're looking to do the same thing again.
Yeah, the 1-4 setup. Once again, all the utility raining around.
Look at that from Primi. Does find Dambi in towards the back. Killa with additional support. Thai, everyone all collapsing into this one position where now the Armageddon gets set through. Margaret, if you are him, you're just wondering, what just happened? My teammates are all gone. I'm getting hit. I'm getting Valoranted. And Killa finds the final frag to bring that score. Thought he was playing a one and done, but right now with the salvos back online, he's able to kind of prevent the rest of the team from catching up to Dambi, which then Primi might be able to find a way to strike back. So, especially in with that saturate now, able to collect a lot more space, and then for the rest of the team to swarm down on towards that final player of Persia. Talon picks up this as fast as possible. Right now, just completely running it down and sacking it into B tower, where a little bit unfortunate. The entirety of Talon is here and ready to play and refrag back. Still though, Margaret will try and attempt for a couple more frags before falling. Talon all of a sudden peeks out with that flashpoint. Primi to stun as well, but the fault line will catch one or two of these players as well. Still though, being able to hold this slight crossfire. Then comes the trades. Persia able to find numbers for Nongshim. Cruz though, fending off floor though, so you can see why Talon wants to take this spot, but got to make use of that weaponry. Cruz able to take that burst down against Ivy. 2 on 3 left, and there are more guns found now, especially for Jit Boys, but Thai will get taken out. So needing to mount this entire retake out from main, it's a little bit tricky. The angle is instantly felt and dealt with. Persia now trying to hold the angle, but he is kind of pinchered into this one little spot where Cruz finds a burst. Gets the defuse just in time as well for Talon to pick up the bonus.
It gets close there, 0.65. We'll also start to consider ultimates coming in towards the next rounds, right? Cruz is one away from the Armageddon.
Primi in with the Outlaw. Gimme, gimme, and he will be able to take one away.
Much for Margaret, unfortunately, because you spot out information as Jit Boys, yes, but you're still running in towards the Cypher side.
Yeah, you got all those trips online as well. Kill trip found. Just down to the remaining 3. Francis With the Stinger picked up, Persia, you might have an ult, but not quite the best opportunity to use it just yet. TALON beginning to surround them as well. I mean, look at this coming out from tree. So in towards tower now. JitBoys takes back a bit more space. Margaret in for the peek. But at this point, if you're TALON, you know exactly where Margaret is. The lone survivor, smoked off, blocked off. And Primi to hold a shorty onto the other side. Dives in to find the shot now. TALON with a clean 4-0 to start this map.
Another cosmetic stun up in this round, of course, I feel like.
Listening for info coming out from Nongshim. So once again, stealth drone, this time a bit of 3-2 split.
And you're going again into the Cypher setup. This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier, though. If you're going to get trapped up by the ults, you're just absolutely conditioned and dead.
Crunched through. The Armageddon actually placed in a way that it flushes Nongshim into the site just for Killua to
the dash on out for him either, right? It's just run and have it available still with the saturator by the time. Thunder in is going to lock him in an aftershock as well. And they're in the salvos too, man. They just destroyed.
Completely consecrated in with the salvos, like you mentioned. Now Dambi, though, trying to fire back against TALON. Does have a bit more.
Have to set up Dambi here.
Trying to at least, but you can already see TALON backing away from that range. In with the salvos as well, but Dambi looks to get ahead. He's by himself. Despite the stuns, Cruz able to collect. Just Francis now. Oh, he got off the spike plant. 1-on-3, all of them right in front of you, and it's just Thigh with the op shot through. And
sort of round to continue this flawless defensive run.
Precisely that. So now information gathered. Just for JitBoys to try to hold, but ooh, bit of a burst down from Nongshim will be able to take down JitBoys. That is a weapon picked up, but Primi back in with the op. Feeling a bit of a pinch though. That's that stun. He does send it out, but also coming up from the back, it's going to be Ivy who takes Primi out. 2-on-4, and a bit of an opportunity for Nongshim to turn this around on its head.
And now they've got Armageddon and Orbital Strike.
Okay, well Thigh though tries to flush a player out of position with that Incendiary, but Persia able to avoid it. Salvo's back in as well, and that's going to be the frag. So back to a 2-on-2. Thigh with his own Orbital as well. Do they know where Margaret is though?
No, not at the moment by their positioning, but they're going to start to clear things and try and bait out Ivy with the salvos and the Armageddon.
That's going to be Tree now cleared off.
Half defused.
Margaret coming back in slowly. Cruz getting off the spike now, beginning to look somewhere. Armageddon sent out just to buy further time, but Cruz sticks the defuse at the very end of it. Just as the Armageddon collapses onto him. Opshot found as well, but TALON is trying to backpedal.
And as TALON right now, you're trying to funnel them in towards more of where your traps are. It's either 3 players contained around lobby, or you're going into a B site where you've got JitBoys with his traps available, and you've got Primi who's pretty close with the ultimate to bail them out.
Nongshim were trying to deal with some of these traps, especially with the salvos out from Ivy, but to no avail. The salvos just alerted to JitBoys as to where Nongshim might be heading in from, and now the only option left, back into towards A main, where Thigh is able to hold. Dambi though, almost for the burst. Coming back in for the slide instead. Back into a 2-on-2. Primi off to the races into the site.
Gotta get the plant here because the flank rotate is eventually coming out for Primi, for JitBoys. Here comes the ult.
Gotta watch for Margaret as well though, but Primi at least quick to look for that deletion onto a player. But here comes Margaret. Takes down JitBoys by drop.
It's not planning for
knows
him.
Where he
can
is.
Stick it.
Yeah, and that's where Primi is able to stick it all the way through. Margaret didn't quite hear it, so slowly creeping forward, does find the frag, but once again the round.
Gun round.
Where you got Margaret sneaking out from the back as well. If his timing is pristine, he could find advantageous numbers for Nongshim, and there it is, 5-on-4.
Still got to clear a lot of these angles though, and that's time that works to Nongshim's favor.
JitBoys slowly clearing out from tunnel. The rest of the TALON squad moving upwards from tree, but instantly found by Dambi. Just Killua left. He knows where his opponents are, but he's alone. And without much utility, there's not much that he can do. Francis to find the sit. And you also do have Thigh right around the corner. Cruz as well, if he can find a pick or an alt orb, that's going to be Armageddon. JitBoys now with the Judge suddenly sounding off, and that's going to be Nongshim, surprised as heck. Francis able to find at least just one, but here comes Cruz out from the spawn air.
Really needs to set up Dambi with the overdrive or with the Vandal to find an opening kill, and then consecutively they just need to find more than one.
They're sitting tight for now, trying to bait some utility out from TALON, but still that's where they get caught. Persia unfortunately gunned down. Dambi tries to slide on through, but Cruz and Thigh all expect it. finding those shots, finding those frags. It's down to Francis, who finds 1 and 2 outside of the... For Jit Boys. He knows he can play it safe. At least for now, fault line sent out. But with the peek, Thigh just holds it down right. Francis, 1 against 3. Desperately tries to go in for the B site, but they get slowed down!
Yeah, that is a huge counter to Danby's speed and haste to just get in towards these sites.
Well, he does kick things into overdrive and just continues forward, though. Clears out tree, Margaret finds 1 in towards Canteen, and that's neural theft.
Give themselves a couple of seconds to slow it down. If Ivy does get 1 kill here, Quacky will have Armageddon.
Oh, okay, Cruz knows that he's got it tripped. Has to watch out for potentially where Margaret could be, but at the same time, you've got Danby continuing forward as well. This throws Talon off balance, trying to reclaim some space outside of Canteen now. Thigh and Killua able to find it. Was there a flash? Still though, now Salvos, just to buy a bit more time. Cruz playing off of timing, but no. He's been spotted out and gunned down by Margaret. Thigh for the trades, and with the spike ticking away, Thigh just continues to flush it down. I wonder if we have a tracker for that, but you know what? We're starting things off with the second half. Let's go, Nongshim. Already trying to gun up for some information.
It's only up from here, Quack.
3 players. Cruz knows that he's in a bit of a hot seat right now, so zip lines all the way over onto Dish, where he will rendezvous with his team. Here comes Primi. Light speed onto top, and he's sticking the plant.
They've got a lot of post for this
Could
position.
still refract back.
Aftershock, salvos, but they have to use them now early that Primi's gone.
Yeah, there's the aftershock. Gets Margaret away off of the spike. Persia still trying to hold close with his off angle where Talon might not expect him. Killer jumps down, and now the defuse gets stuck all the way through. Danby picking up the round for Nongshim without, kills truly found. Persia now still spamming all the way, just trying to collect as much.
Dish to get up, all of the utility, the aftershock, the salvos, the incendiary.
So execution maybe needed to be tweaked a little bit.
If it was 2 milliseconds earlier, it would have worked.
Yeah, possibly. But you're happy if you're Nongshim on this one. Danby now in with the Outlaw, takes out Crew. Certainly. Elise, though, for Talon to try to regroup, go into these CQB positions. Still able to take down Margaret. That could be spike planted.
Well, this is where things get a little bit awkward, yeah, because it is lesser weaponry, but you've given them... Well, actually, you haven't given them the plant, so they can't establish it now.
Good little spam coming out from Francis. Hey, how about that? Now Ivy to hold Canteen, and Talon trying to scramble. Primi, though, very close range, but unfortunately out of the smokes. Instantly spotted. Just Jit Boys, and this is the round done.
Hey, you got the plant. I think you're okay with that as Talon.
A little bit more extra money, some alt points, but nonetheless, a possible chance for Talon to, for Nongshim to strike back against Talon.
Well, they essentially have to copy the successes of Talon, right? They have to get not just all the rounds in a row that they managed to do in 8, but the way in. So this is going to be a really important one for Nongshim to try and get back in towards this game first and foremost. 1 foot in front of the other.
Fair enough. Primi, though, so quick. Light speed, and Ivy was not prepared for it. And that leaves V a little bit more open. Cruz beginning to investigate. I think he spotted out Danby. A possible pinch shot from Jit Boys now, but Danby with the movement! What was that?
It's what we were missing. It's what he loves to do on this Neon. And when Primi's not around to slow him up or...
Well, regen shield for now, so he's down to about 30. You could still die to a single bullet, and Cruz is hunting for him.
You don't know that Cruz has slipped through here, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a kill, it's all the space, it's an audible call. They can set them
with possibly a flashes in the fault line. He's got a full kit.
Yep. They
gotta help out tower at least.
Gotta get a wriggle on.
There's the fault line. Cruz gets ahead of it, but still Margaret able to find the frag. Now Francis's position alerted, but here comes Primi in with a stun. Somewhat lands, not quite. They dispersed. Incendiary lands just in the nick of time, and still Primi able to find the frag at the end of it. Talon will move
to the B site where Talon are looking to transition to.
Yeah, they're already in position. In terms of timing, Talon's kind of got the drop on this one. And thanks to that, Cruz finds a trap on towards Francis. Persia, though, alongside Danby and Ivy trying to anchor down. 30 seconds and Talon has to push up. Relay bolt, and that slows them down. You're running out of time, Talon. Persia in for the spams. Orbital strike ripped and ready to let go. but Dambi holds the slight sliver. Double found. Persia coming back in. Thigh now to frag everything out, but you're not able to collect on the final one. Persia stands tall.
As well, given that it is the pistols of Talon.
It is possible. Well, we will start off with early
Ward on the
aggression, but
wall.
Dambi, yes. At least still with the relays, will comfortably find Jit Boys. Meanwhile, Talon looking to aggress in towards B Tower. The Saturate finds its mark yet again. Margaret, though, it does take a bit of time, and now he's back online where he finds the collateral. In with the Phantom, in with the third kill, and Dambi for one of...
To have a really good grasp on what space around the map they want to hold, or how to re-get space if they give it anything.
Armageddon, Orbital, all very useful.
Stealth drones being exchanged. Defensive side up through the dish that'll get destroyed, but the one over to the B side for Talon all the way to find all of the info and space. Dambi just caught unawares, off guard on an island. And now you've got all the information from this neural theft to potentially even just speed things up to B. And look at that, immediately being sent in there. And Jit Boy's reposition is gorgeous.
Masterful play, and the stars align for Talon to set this up into a series point. Margaret, though, will try his darndest to fend that off. Spike down as he holds the off angle against B Tower. His own neural theft being sent out as well. Now beginning to peek out, trying to catch them unawares, but still, Cruz and Thigh happy to hold. A bit of a high look. Talon looking to close this one out. Dambi pulling out the op.
Yeah, it was something that was really successful for Primi to get on a couple of lines and be a bit of a scare tactic as well, right? Now Dambi's going to dispatch of Primi, so...
Especially when he's holding up towards Canteen, right now undetected, still hiding in the sky smoke. Dambi might have been flushed off, but he repositions around the drops.
Excuse me?
And that's going to be Jit Boys cleaning things up just a bit. You got the salvos as well to possibly flush Francis out of position now, and that's going to be the fault lines kind of already eliminated. Now back into the site, Killua flushes himself out, spots out the next player. Margaret in for a trade. Down to Jit Boys and Margaret. Cypher versus Cypher.
No cage.
Sticking halfway, he must have heard it.
Oh, he got off.
Gets off at the right time, but Jit Boys corrects his aim at the right moment. Right guy in the right